Hello there! What you're about to see is the streamed version of my playthrough of Scarlet Hollow, a virtual horror novel. I streamed the first 4 chapters back during October of 2023, and while I normally wouldn't post entire chunks of streamed content on this channel, I wanted to be sure the episodes would be easily accessible for reference, especially once we get future chapters. Please keep in mind before the footage begins that Scarlet Hollow is a work of horror, and as such, it does come with content warnings. For episode 1, these warnings are as follows: body horror, realistic gore, death, dead, dying, and injured animals, emetophobia/vomiting, disturbing imagery and situations, stalking, guns, and cockroaches. As much as I appreciate that you may want to support my channel, please make your mental health a priority. If any of the aforementioned content would make you uncomfortable in any way, consider watching any other video on my channel or anything that's listed in the YouTube sidebar. Please don't risk your mental health for a video game, whether you're playing that game yourself or watching somebody else play it. And with that out of the way, let's get to our feature presentation. I'm a little scared if I hit start, it's not going to start me at the beginning of this, but you know what? We're gonna see what happens. Okay, it did start me off at the beginning. Excellent. So your name is Thyanel. It is not the most setting-appropriate name. You know what? We're running with it anyway. You live in the city of... I am tempted to just say we live in the city of the Gremlin Grove, but it's not an actual place. I don't know, do you think we should put an actual place in here, or... Gailey suggests Booville. That at least sounds like an actual place. You know, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there was a Booville somewhere. In all honesty, I would not be surprised. Yumi says Gremlinville. Wow, why is Twitch chat as messed up looking as it is right now? Hold on. Hold on. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Gremlinville! Oh my god, I love it. I do love it. Also, Yumi, I am losing it a little at all the boos down in Booville, like Halloween a lot. I'm losing it a little at that. You know what? Let's go with Gremlinville because I find that hilarious. Gremlinville. Yay! Chat is not smushed. I did it. We're good. Okay. Also, this is another thing I really liked about Scarlet Hollow that I remember. They actually give you the option for they/them pronouns. It doesn't impact gameplay whatsoever. When you create your character, you go with he, him, they, them, or she, her. I love that they give us a non-binary option. Again, most games do not do this. So this makes me feel very happy. Okay, and we can select 2 different traits when we start. Powerful build, tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, an imposing presence that commands the room. A mean right hook. That's definitely not me, we're not going to that. Mystical, strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. Both a gift and a curse. Street smart, good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker, you can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Keen eye, observant with a knack for picking up the small details. Empathetic. Book smart, well-read and rational, possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Extremely good looking. A natural flirt. Oh god, I did not mean to do that. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. Funnily enough, Gailey, Talk to Animals was going to be one I really wanted to take. I'm just not sure what I choose for my second one. I know when we did this the first time, Mystical was one of the ones I took. But I feel like I want to go with a different one. Her Majesty is here. Excellent. Hello, Yasha. I'm not sure. Okay, y'all. What do you think? Keen Eye or Book Smart? Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Yumi says book. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that. Talk to Animals and Book Smart. This is going to be a weird combo. It's fine. I'm also really curious what these are going to unlock later, but we will see. Here we go. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. Also, can I just say I love the pattern they went with on these bus seats? I feel like this is absolutely a pattern I've seen on bus seats before, and I'm kind of here for it. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Stranger, so anyway, as I was saying... Oh no. He's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. Also, can we just talk about this man's face for a second? Can we just talk about this? He seems unhinged. He seems absolutely unhinged. Also, this is legitimately my worst nightmare on public transit. This right here, this is legitimately my worst nightmare on public transit. Just somebody sitting next to me and talking at me. This is legitimately my worst nightmare. Also, Yumi, if he follows me off of the bus, I swear to God I'm going to scream or something. Ugh. This looks like the face of a man who would stalk a woman off of the bus to, do questionable things. I have concerns. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Who pushes joggers into the harbor? Is this man seriously out here admitting to pushing joggers into the harbor in Maryland? How has this man not been arrested? How has this man not been arrested? Also, Gayle, Her Majesty's contribution looks like how I feel right now looking at this gentleman, so accurate and relatable. Okay, so we have dialogue options now. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. Why are you talking to me? And remain silent. Yeah, hold on. Wait, what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. Dude. Teens, I'm pretty sure, don't push people into the harbor. I am confusion. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Okay, sir, are you actually sure this is your girlfriend, or have you just assumed she's your girlfriend now in your brain? How much y'all want to bet this lady is not actually wanting to be his girlfriend and is just, you know, like dealing with him and he just assumes she's his girlfriend now? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Yumi. Exactly. This is very concerning to me on several levels. So about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez, you ever just get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? Sir, you concern me. Threaten, I kind of feel like killing someone right now. I never feel that way, no. Oh yeah, all the time. What's wrong with you? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. The thing is, I feel like even if I threaten this guy, he's going to take that as me coming on to him, which... just all kinds of wrong. You know, this one time I feel like engaging is the wrong option here, but I'm also kind of scared if I just go with a smile and pretend he didn't just say that thing, he's going to assume that I am agreeing with him. Also, Yumi, I genuinely would not be surprised if he did. I genuinely would not be surprised. Where's the stop the bus and run option? Sadly, there isn't one. I wish. But also, I have the feeling this is like one of those Greyhound buses where it's going a decent distance and you can't just get off at random. Okay, I'm torn between what's wrong with you and smile and pretend he didn't just say that. Also not an option, sadly. Moving seats is sadly not an option. I mean, the closest to clawing somebody in the face is probably the threaten option. I kind of feel like killing someone right now, but... I feel like engaging with him right now is a bad idea. I wish that was an option right now, Chibi. Now, you know what? What is wrong with you? Why are you telling me this? I have never felt that way about another person. I find it alarming that you have. You're young. You'll get it when someone tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. Honestly, could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get out to Virginia to be there for it. Sir, she moved to a different state to get the fuck away from you. Take the hint! I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff. I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there. Oh my god! Booksmart gives us a dialogue option of, have you thought about seeing a therapist? Not that therapy is amusing by any stretch of the imagination, but this man really needs one. Other options include, seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? That's interesting. Smart move, get out while you still can, and remain silent. You know what? Have you thought about seeing a therapist? Maybe it would help if you talk with someone about these feelings. Someone professional. I'm not licensed or anything. It seems like you might have a personality disorder. Might be worth looking into. And notice how he is ignoring me. And on his phone. Because he genuinely does not care. I don't need to do that kind of stuff. You know, we were just talking about mental health earlier. Lots of people could benefit from professional help. I'm just saying. This gentleman is one of them. But Bus strangers are the best therapists. I feel a lot better after talking to you. Well, that's concerning. Anyway, where'd you say you were headed? Dude, I am not telling you that. I didn't. Scarlet Hollow. Just a small town. You probably haven't heard of it. Don't answer. Apparently, yes, Yumi. I didn't. No need to be nasty. I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. So, if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be heading to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see? There's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. What is this reaction? What is this reaction? Like, oh my fucking god. He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. I do not want anything you have, sir. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. Got them at a gas station a few buses back. Noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Nice, I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts. No thanks. Screw you and screw your peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Eat the peanuts. No thanks. You put your hand up to say no. I'm not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. With that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Oh my god, he's gone. Thank god. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Yeah, I'm not touching those peanuts. As someone who grew up in a big city, Gailey says this is giving me a visceral reaction. Spoken to people like this as a teenager, and it is just as horrifying as this. I would believe it. I would believe it. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. Hi, Eris! I see you redeeming all of those. Much appreciate the self-care trio there. Actual boiled peanuts would probably be packed in a liquid-resistant bag. Okay, so that wasn't just me. That wasn't just me. I am relieved. I am relieved to know that red is weird to other people. Because, I'm not convinced those were boiled peanuts. I'm not convinced of this. Just saying. I mean, to be fair, they felt especially sketchy because they came from him. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, Yumi. I genuinely would not be surprised. Hi, Eris. You just missed the most horrifying bus conversation. One of those situations where a stranger on the bus talks at you. And it's horrifying. Before he left, he offered us boiled peanuts, which I refused to touch. There's somebody else's problem now. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Understandable, honestly. I mean, a stranger talking to us on the bus is terrifying in itself. Valid. Valid, honestly. Like, this stranger was completely creepy as hell, though. Like, he was talking about a girlfriend that he met apparently in Maryland. And she was having his child in Virginia. This woman very clearly moved states to get the fuck away from him. And he's on this bus going to Virginia. Possibly going to Virginia anyway. This man is just terrifying. I'm just saying. Also, Yumi, I'm really hoping that's not the case, because, I don't want him to come looking for me. I do not want this. Hey, Thyanel. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Looks like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha, give her your condolences, remain silent. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. And off we go. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Explore, how are you holding up? I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? That sounds mean. We're never gonna say that. So, the funeral, I can't believe we never actually met before this. How are you holding up? Fine. Don't have to bottle your grief like that is a dialogue option. But I feel like saying that to her right now when I barely know her is going to make things weird. Okay. But if that ever changes, I'm here for you, alright? Even after I go home. Sure. Somebody is so talkative. I can't believe we never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that, or had, I guess. Is there bad blood between us? I'm sorry, but is there bad blood between us? All I know is my mom left and she was mad at this side of the family, but I don't know much besides that. Your cousin stares straight ahead, her expression icy. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. You worked out all the details yet? Mm-hmm, taken care of. Don't need any help. I almost want to click the Dead Moms Club thing, but I feel like she's going to react poorly. I honestly feel like she's going to react really badly if I do that. Eris is encouraging this. I mean, it can't be any worse than her basically icing me out. Guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now. Huh. Your cousin turns to stare at you, an icy hatred in her eyes. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if she were someone else. But she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. Okay, then. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in tiny gray cities. I still don't know how the hell this thing has managed to remain upright. Like, look at this. It's pretty much on the edge of a cliff. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed away, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot long time ago. Valid, honestly. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Or foyer, I don't know how you pronounce that in all honesty. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. You know what's good for you? You'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Okay, so our dialogue options are the architecture reminds me of the Biltmore. Cool, thanks. So you live here? It's beautiful. Lie! It's beautiful. This place is falling apart. I thought y'all were loaded. Can't you afford to fix this dump? I'm curious about this Booksmart option, so we're gonna choose this one. The architecture here is breathtaking. Chateauette style reminiscent of the Biltmore estate. Color me marginally impressed. I didn't have you pegged as cultured. Believe it or not, this estate actually predates the Biltmore by nearly 3 decades. Used to be the crown jewel of the region, but times change and the attentions of the masses are ever so fickle. Shall we begin the tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor. You do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tips. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Okay, so someone cleans this place? You said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever seen that happen, or does this person just say they didn't leave? This is so nice. It's nice. It's perfect. Awesome. I love PB&J. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? What if I want ice cream? Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet. Thanks. Cool. Good talk. It's nice. Nice. It's a kitchen. Alright. What's next? Next on the tour. I want to talk to that cat. I will later. Bathroom. Follow me. Great. It's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she will let you know. Approach Frou Frou. I'm curious. The cat speaks French, apparently. Oh, you speak French. I apparently can respond to her with book smart, so we're gonna do that. Your French is terrible. Disgusting. How dare you defile my language with your clumsy American tongue? Very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time and let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Yes, bathroom. Not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. Are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? Water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works, and do your business so we can move on. Okay. You sigh in resignation. That's the spirit. Lift the toilet seat. Oh, gross! Scram, fellas, jigs up! Oh my god. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. You know what? We're good, actually. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to. Might as well try since we're here. Is there another bathroom? There's my bathroom and there's my departed mother's, but this one's the guest bathroom, so you should get used to using it. Okay? You sigh and suck it up. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing. It's as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the door. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. Linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet's full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Seems a little dusty. You spend a moment searching for the right word. Dusty. Wow, sorry I'm not giving you the 5-star hotel treatment you so desperately seem to need. You could dust it yourself if you care so much. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Guess I'll start to get settled then. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes the tour. Afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away, and others down the line. Okay. Is there a library in the estate? I couldn't bring too many books with me. I'm not sure what else I should do with my time. There is, but as I said earlier, most of this building is off limits. And the library's in the West Wing, which is extra off limits. You're better off heading into town. I am pretty sure there's a library there. Did I do something wrong? Hey, did I do something wrong? You asked me to come to this funeral, but since the moment I got here, you've been acting like I spat in your coffee. What's going on? Was it something I said? Look, I'm sorry I've been so testy since you got in here, but you haven't exactly been easy. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Just stay out of my hair, okay? I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. One of the dialogue options is just #girlboss. Oh my god. You're not going with that one. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Well, good for you. Sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as boring or exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as either of those things. It's a task. Healthy mindset, really. It's like a good way to look at a job instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love most. It's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe. But I know I had to take over the company, so why think about that other stuff I could be doing? won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. PB&J sounds great right now. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. We're not doing that. Let's start getting settled in the room. Now that your cousin's gone, aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. But, let's examine the painting on the wall first. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for a conversation. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. I'm curious about the closet, so let's check it out. Oh god! You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. Nope, that doll is cursed. That doll is clearly cursed. I'm going to leave it there. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. Oh, you drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Hello, possum. Afraid. Friend. I know hurt. Afraid. What's your name, little guy? I'm Thyanel. Dustin. The possum is named Dustin. I can't. I love it. What are you doing in my drawer? Warm. Dark. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? Which human? I can, yes, Eris. You could choose an assortment of two separate traits when you create your character in this game, and one of them is talking to animals. So I can talk to animals. Because I chose that and I was curious. Which human? Perlan died. Only one human lives here. But Perlan died. Only one human lives here. Dustin not good with names. 2 human live here. Can you tell me about the humans who live here? Okay, Dustin, can you tell me about the 2 humans who lived here? 1 human sad. 1 human scary. The sad human. Can you tell me about the sad human? Prize. Give Dustin bad sleeps. The scary human. Always watches. Eyes hateful. Never mind. Thanks for the help, Dustin. Okay. I love this possum. Can you move, please? I want to put my clothes in here. No, this Dustin house. Close drawer. leaving the marsupial in place. This drawer belongs to the opossum, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is quite possibly my favorite line I have read in this entire thing. The drawer belongs to the possum, and there's nothing you can do about it. Dustin not get eaten. Dustin, strong warrior! I love this possum. I love him. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd be better off keeping your clothes in a nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Let's go get a PB&J. Haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. PB&J sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head into the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, a bread, plate, and a knife. Let's search the pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and the PB&J itself. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Much appreciated. Let's grab the peanut butter. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of these jars matched up cockroaches. Okay, so we need the jelly, a plate, and a knife. Let's close the pantry. So the kitchen. Let's search the cabinets. Cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Why are the utensils in a cup in the... Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to question it. Grab a plate and a butter knife. Grab a plate and a butter knife. All you need now is some jelly. I'm just curious. What is all of these things? Examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you heard about your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Cabinet. Look back to the rest of the kitchen. Let's search the fridge for the jelly. As you approach the fridge, you catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. This fridge is a disaster area. We're gonna grab the jelly. Reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen that Tabitha actually uses. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to close this fridge and get to work. Close the fridge. Return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations! You can feed yourself! A job well done! All of that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I'm going to approach Frou-Frou again. Frou-Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Dustin says there's more than one person living in this house. Oh, hold on. Do you like living here? Do you like living here? I despise small talk. Do you know what's in the sealed off part of the estate? Nosy, aren't you? But of course, I'm not surprised. You seem to enjoy poking your head where it doesn't belong. Can you tell me about Tabitha? Can you tell me about my cousin? This is the first time I've met her. Spare me your life story. Tabitha, at least, knows not to bother me. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Frou-Frou lunges at your hand and bites you. Hard. You back away. Rude! This cat is so mean. Check out the garden. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? This feels unsafe. And I have this feeling if I go into the garden, I'm not going to be able to come out. Let's go back to the kitchen. We're done here, I think. Congratulations, you've eaten and you have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to see next? Might as well head to town. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. And on that note, folks, we are at the halfway point. So we're going to be taking a brief break here. Because it's not good to sit in one place for 3 hours at a time. Yeah, so please, folks, get up, move around, get yourself a drink or a snack if you would like one. GB used to survive on mac and cheese when it was cheap because, well, it was cheap. Yes, understandable. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with the haunting sounds of the estate. But just as a reminder, folks, we are still raising some money for the Halloween Indie Games Showcase. You can see the donation bar for that down in that general direction. And as a reminder, before we go to break, all donations can go towards this year's Wheel of Horror. We have 9 different horror games on here. As a reminder, we have Black Book, Bramble the Mountain King, Cult of the Lamb, Doki Doki Literature Club, Mortuary Assistant, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Close to the Sun, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, and My Friendly Neighborhood. All donations, you get to adjust a wedge of this wheel. So just as a reminder, this is a thing that you all can do if you are so inclined. I'm gonna go step away from the computer for a little bit because I need to grab myself some more water. But, just keep in mind that is a thing. We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes or so. Please enjoy the haunting sounds of the Scarlet Estate as I'm away from the keyboard. I will be running some Twitch ads while I'm gone, but you're not going to miss anything. The ads are legitimately just going to be running while I'm away from the keyboard. Okay, be right back. Unless I return, sorry about that, folks. Also, I apologize for the Discord notifications going off. I might have accidentally hit the keybind to unmute that. Usually I have that muted when I am streaming. Whoops! No, I accidentally hit the thing to unmute it and literally didn't notice. It's fine. We are back. Also, I apologize that the haunting sound effect is basically what I left you all with. While I was away from the keyboard, I imagine that must have been a bit horrifying for like the last 5 minutes. Sorry. Let's move on. Let's see what's in town, shall we? What is in the town of Scarlet Hollow? First, though, let's actually save. Oh god, you can see previous sound effects. Not sound effects, save files. We're gonna save here. And return. Into town. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop. Especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could just wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though, maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. And then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. And the fact that some of these buildings are boarded up is a bit concerning, I am not gonna lie. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. Chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Oh, I do declare, who is this stranger, and why do they smell of peanut butter? I forgot I talked to animals. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Thyanel. My, oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Thyanel. It's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folk, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Also, I literally just realized she's wearing a Mothman t-shirt. I love this girl already. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Maybe? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You must be Tabby's cousin then, right? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of those days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. I love that Gretchen is just determined to get Tabitha to pet her. That is just adorable. That's the only person I could think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her. All alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. Is she always so, you know? Rough around the edges? Yep, that's Tabby for you. I wouldn't take it too personally. I'm not sure what it says about her state of mind that she's still her same old grumpy self. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even though she'd probably never admit it. How... do you friends? I was probably closer than most people have gotten to being able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everybody knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh my god, that was Gretchen. Gretchen does not like frou-frou either, apparently. I love it. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the frou-frou. How does that monster fare? Oh, God. Ignore Gretchen. Oh, God. So we have the option of being outright talkative to Gretchen or ignore Gretchen and let Stella wonder. What do y'all think? Should we respond to Gretchen or let Stella just think we're not weird and talking to animals? I will be honest, I'm tempted to respond with, I will pet frou-frou if it's the last thing I do, but... Okay, so, talk to animals. Our options to respond to Gretchen with are, ugh, Tabitha's cat? Unfortunately, we've met. Option 2, I will pet her if it's the last thing I do. 3, it sounds like you and frou-frou have a history. You know what? I will pet her if it is the last thing I do. Yeah, I've met frou-frou. She might think she's so much better than me, I will get her to let me pet her. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Okay, so we can lie to Stella and say this is a joke, I cannot talk to animals. Say nothing. Or say, alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. But here's the thing, I don't think Stella would believe me, even if I said that. Like, I know she's into cryptids and stuff, but I don't know if she would believe me. I'm genuinely curious if this is going to impact things later. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a Southern belle when she talks. Yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards. Do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but I still very much plan to outlive her. Oh, you just got into town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee. They got amazing biscuits. My treat. Okay, so Stella just brushed it off. It's fine. The pleasant aroma of grease... Oh, hold on. I just noticed the diner board back here. Winnie's winning smile is free. Fancy City Coffee, $2. Sausage Biscuit Special, $2. Sunday Pancake Special, $3. Bottomless Coffee, $1. I love that Fancy City Coffee is a separate line item. I don't know why. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt when the patrons realize a stranger has entered the establishment. This isn't awkward at all. Quietly slide into the nearest booth. You slide into the nearest booth, pretending you didn't notice everyone in the diner gawking at you like they'd just seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. They don't meet many strangers. Kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey, Stella, went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully place a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw, shucks, thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box at any time. So if we want to just get a screenshot of Stella nomming on bacon, we can do that. I love that. Anything for you? Order a biscuit and coffee, why not? Can I have a biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and, I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyway, funeral's not till Sunday, right? But that gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. Try to think if there are any cool events going on this week. And there's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sorry, did you say a reading adventure? Say the library has a reading adventure? Yeah, Oscar's all about keeping things on theme, so this month it's a bunch of ghost stories. I think he's calling it Spooky Bookies. Oh god, Spooky Bookies. I love that. You know, like how a ghost would say it. Also, can we just talk about Gretchen looking up at Stella right now? Can we just talk about that? She looks so cute. I can't. I can't even. Oh my god, that's perfect. Cool, we should check it out this week. But that's really just an afternoon. Any idea what you want to do for the rest of the week? No clue, honestly. Honestly, I have no clue. You're in luck, because you just happen to run into the person who knows all the best stuff to do around here, and has limitless time to show you around. My boss is pretty forgiving. Oh, wait, you probably wouldn't get that joke since we don't know each other that well. I'm self-employed, so I'm my own boss. So I'm forgiving myself. Y'all, I love Stella. I freaking love Stella. She is my favorite now. Admittedly, I've only met like 3 characters, but she thus far has been the friendliest. Get it? Yeah. Laugh uproariously. Funny joke. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I'd known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Well, you have heard to compare to a probable serial killer and your mood killer cousin. It's true, Kaylee. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. You didn't have to do that. It looks great. No worries. Hope you enjoy it. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy and nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. Okay, this is objectively the best biscuit right now. And also, I'm feeling kind of hungry reading this. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is really good biscuit. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Okay, what kind of videos do you do? Cool, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Thyanel. It's amazing. Wait, how did you know my name? Oh, sorry. It's just that most people in town know about you. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Ah, well, guess the cat's out of the bag. The Holler's a small place. Everybody knows everybody, and that includes extended family. Oh, no. Who's been talking about me? Oh, no. Who's been talking about me? I've never even met this side of the family. What would they even talk about? Your aunt must have been getting it from somewhere. She's always going on about something you were up to. Oh, oops. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. What matters is that now people can meet the real you, so it doesn't matter what Perlane may or may not have said. Yeah, you can always make a good first impression and wipe the slate clean with the whole town. Oh god, what was she saying about me? Ah, geez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Perlane was a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Spreading weird little rumors about folks was kind of her trademark. Anyway, weren't we in the middle of talking about Stella's illustrious YouTube career? I guess we were, weren't we? I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but, you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird on the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. The size and shape of the creature's body tells you it's likely a predator, and it's definitely not a wolf. You seem to recall that mountain lions used to live up there. And I missed part of the dialogue because I hit the thing. 1 second. Dialogue history. I love that this is a thing. You seem to recall mountain lions used to live up there. Who's to say if there aren't a few left? Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it would have been at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. Oh god, Gretchen, I love her. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Whatever it is, you should probably leave it alone, because I don't want to, like, break Stella's illusion of the world right now. Stella is nice. I don't want to do it to her. Whatever it is, you should probably leave it alone. Yumi thinks I should say Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. Oh my god. Y'all, I don't want to break Stella right now. I do not want to ruin the illusion for Stella. I don't want to do that to her. She already thinks I'm making a joke about me speaking to Gretchen. I don't want to do that to her. That seems mean. Let the dog speak. Oh my god. Y'all are menaces! I don't want to do that! Y'all are so mean! I don't want to do that to her. Dog rights! Y'all are chaos! I love this. Oh god, freedom of speech for dogs. You know what? I'm gonna save this here. Because if it breaks things, I'm coming back to this choice and choosing something else. You said dead mom's club to your cousin. It can't get worse. I can almost guarantee you it could. Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. You decide to share Gretchen's insight with Stella and Avery. Gretchen seems to think it's a mountain lion. Haha, very funny. You might have gotten me earlier, but I'm on to you. You're not gonna trick me into thinking you could talk to my dog. As for your theory, no way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There aren't any mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack's squat. There's no reason one would be swimming in a river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly, some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the top of confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers! Whoops, sorry, Avery. It's okay. Should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. Doesn't Skunk Ape live in Florida? Doesn't Skunk Ape live in Florida? Oh, you know your stuff, don't you? I knew you'd make a great partner. It mostly lives in Florida, but there have been sightings as far north as Virginia. While I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And, as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? Absolutely. I'd love to come along. Oh, that's great. It's been a while since I had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together, though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. You mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese! Dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come by, or...? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you want to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. They're Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, I know, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for Skunk Ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week. We can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yes, I'll bring them. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese. There's always been something off about that boy. Oh god, that's Gretchen. There's something off about that boy. Never did like the smell of him. It looks like it's just you and me, pal. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, not my place to talk about, really. Just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious, you'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. After all, it seems like everyone in town has heard awful things about you from your now-deceased aunt. Leave a tip. Reach into your pockets and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you didn't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. Feel... more alive than you've been in years. Strangely calm. Tense. Unsettled. Or nothing. You know, weirdly, in this moment, I'm feeling strangely calm, I think. Feels strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. Accurate. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a minute. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. Well, we should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Are you... What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than cryptids. Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh, gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake! That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful. Hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s, too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that they're really all true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? What do you think about aliens? Oh, don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. Oh my god, Gretchen! I love Gretchen! I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Aliens exist, but I'm not sure they've come to Earth. I do believe aliens exist, but I'm not sure they've visited Earth. The chance that anything beyond single-celled organism exists anywhere close to enough to realistically travel to Earth... Combined with the even smaller chance of those life forms existing at the same time as us, combined with the even smaller chance those organisms have invented and perfected space travel to the extent that they can actually visit other worlds, those chances are low, let me just say that much. Low, but not zero. Anyway, agree to disagree, but I've heard some neat stories. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like daylight outside. You could see cows out in the fields, birds in the sky, and then this metallic, egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a secondhand source, but there's plenty more like it. And even if they are true... Alright, maybe I could come around on this. Huh, pretty interesting. Maybe I could come around on this eventually if there's more proof. Oh, do I ever have more proof? Once we're back in civilization, I have a stockpile of videos and interviews that'll blow your mind. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was the time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kind of got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wriggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just stood outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind, that's what I did. And I kept Stella company just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. I love Gretchen's little interjections. Talking to animals, best choice on this playthrough. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shut off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So, yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Let's move on. Wait, are you really expecting to find anything? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star in my little YouTube channel? But, hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, dude, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Whew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. What the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. Who is this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. Keep you in my prayers. And both of y'all head back into town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm not dealing with my own critter. Won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Now, wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put the damn camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I can help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it, the way you tromp around the woods and not yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week. Can't afford to lose many more than that. Sorry to hear that. I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. See, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. Those damn mountain lions, they're out there, Stella. I keep accidentally hitting the button to take me to the save menu. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out of these woods as long as I have. The sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s. Even those were iffy. It's true. There are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. Pee on all the best trees. Can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed that Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. Made me look a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video, calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes I know to be true. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just think it's plausible. Delete those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. If you two don't want a face full of buckshot, suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. I'm going to let them hash this out. This is their own thing. I'm not getting involved. You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us just one night out there to see what we can find. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, right. You'll get some shaky footage of a raccoon, claim it's a heretofore unknown creature that has heat ray vision or some such nonsense. I know what I'm looking for. There's no way I'm backing down. But I gotta film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. Who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. You well know my boy Bo and me are headed to town for the state fair to show off Big Betty. We gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. Couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge. You're right. No point in losing any more time arguing. Fine. I'll head back to town. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? I mean, good luck, old man. Alright, have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, coast is clear. There is no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Oh my god. Okay, so some of these dialogue options... Are you sure you don't want to, like, watch a movie instead? I know she will not. Oh no. You're in... Lead the way. Trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before, and it sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches one of us. Trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Thyanel, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, sellers. Just don't get Gretchen killed. I mean, I will not do the thing. And keep digging, Gretches. Oh my god, Gretchen, you're adorable. I can take the camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. I'm loving the biodiversity up here. So used to seeing only pigeons and rats. Can't wait to whip out my copy of Guide to the Birds and Wildlife of Western North Carolina and go to town on some identifications. Oh, so you're a bit of a bird watcher. I hear bird watchers go wild for cardinals. They're our state birds, so you're in for a great week. You'll get an eyeful of all the angry little red birds your heart could desire. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. I love that one of these dialogue options is just, death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm not choosing that. What, was that a deer? I've seen videos of them making that spooky little warning snort. I've never heard it in person. Sure was. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh, good lord! I don't know what I was expecting. That was not it. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain, rot, decay. Deer! Oh god, let me at him. How dare you infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space? Let me at him! And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Why, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. A very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. Oh, something's very wrong with that deer, Yumi. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was... is that some sort of cyst or something? Is there some sort of cyst or something on that deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. Not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen up? Bring Gretchen with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you! Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? You know, it's never too late to turn back. I don't actually think I'm really cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spooked me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Don't be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. If you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits, but eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons, which probably won't go after you. Here, let's take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help you settle your nerves. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Let's see, what do we have? Trail mix, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame sticks. Also, yes, Gailey, Gretchen is ancient and wonderful. Let's go with a snack bar. Grab a snack bar. Excellent choice. Good source of energy and chocolate. They're cherry and cashew. Hope that's okay. I like to make my own. I tend to make them with my favorites, but I know that's not everyone's bag. It's a good combo. Who would turn their nose up at a dried cherry? Cashews are always an excellent choice for a nut bar. Sturdy, yet soft. Thank you, thank you. I love all nuts equally, but finding the right ones for my bars has been a long process. They have to be architecturally sound enough to hold the bar together without overpowering the texture of the fruit. Almonds and cashews are my go-tos, though occasionally I'll still experiment with pecans. They fall apart so easily, though. Anyway, sorry to ramble. It's hard for me to stop once you get me started on snack recipes. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Also, I love this artwork. It's very peaceful, which makes me think the game is going to break us in a couple minutes. So, tell me what it's like in Gremlinville. You have a house, an apartment, do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Thyanel. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. It's a mixed bag. First, it was kind of nice to finally have a space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. Like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself, and as far as they know, I'm happy being there. Lights flicker, toilets constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason. Home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. Do what I can to spruce up the place. Got a plant. You know, they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Tried looking for a different place, or maybe finding a roommate? There's gotta be a better apartment than that in a big city like Gremlinville. Been saving up for something better, I think. Oh, I hear you. I've been saving up for something better. Oh, yeah? So, what do you do for a living? There's a streamer option. Y'all, I have to take it. I have to take it. You know I gotta. I'm actually a streamer. Oh, no way! Fellow content creator, that's awesome! I knew we had a lot in common, Thyanel. What sort of streams do you do? Okay, what are our options? Play video games, do art, teach people how to cook, play music, mostly just talk to people. Play video games, because that is what I do. Mostly stream video games. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? Wouldn't trade it for the world. Especially because I love all of you. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. Might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. Crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad I could keep it in my family. My great-great-grandfather built that house. He must have done a great job, because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Oh, do you live with your parents? Family home and all that? No, just me. They aren't with us anymore. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my morning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. I can relate. My mom died pretty recently. So I get it. It's all right if you ever need to talk about things. Oh, thanks, Thyanel. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Okay. Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. It just kind of comes to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. It's a relief. Hospital bills are another story, though. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at that point. Whoa. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Please tell me that was a raccoon. Or something. Or something, yeah. Whatever made that sound, I've never heard anything like it. That's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me. Let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Also, I love this shot. I don't know why, just something about the lighting, I love it. Do stay close, Thyanel. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain. It's all pain. And maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh, God! What the hell was that? Oh, hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. Follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Stella, my darling companion, are you all right? Oof. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. Just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. Must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive! Investigate the chicken. I think I have to. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never! Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Examine the head. Why am I alive? Oh god. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Okay, examine the growth. I'm not gonna like this, I know this already. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. If you didn't know better, you'd say this could be some sort of parasitic growth, like a wasp laying eggs inside a caterpillar. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Yeah, I know, right, Yumi? Oh, God. Hey, do you hear that? I forgot about this audio. I forgot about this audio. Y'all, I don't like it. I don't like it. There's something out there. All around us, I can smell it. There's so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie. What's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear them. I didn't see whatever did this to your bird, but I think we can hear them right now. Don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. Duke, I'm so sorry. We were on the trail when we found her like this. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear what Thyanel said? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from my Stella, you mongrels! Come out, you sons of bitches! Duke, don't shoot them! We have no idea what'll happen! Hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Oh, I don't like these sounds. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight. Help me line up a good shot. I can feel the white-hot rage from earlier start to wash back over me. I'm going after them! As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick! They're closing in on us! Oh, no. Gretchen, you are not getting away right now. Nope! You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. Oh, good lord, what the fuck is that? What is that? God damn it! You hear her body hit the ground and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. Yeah, I didn't like that either, Yumi. I did not like that either. Gretchen, Thyanel, Duke, you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. You? I'm okay. What happened? Lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, oh, here, I'll take her. Poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke? You okay? Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke, holy shit! What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? I think we gotta go to the police. We gotta go after those things. No! Why is that a dialogue option? Why is we have to go after those things a dialogue option? I don't want to go after those things. No, you know what? Stand in stunned silence, because what the fuck is all of this? You stand in stunned silence. You've seen dead people before, but never like this. And those things are still out there. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? Yeah, this is a lot. We are in way over our heads. Let me just check the camera real quick. Christ, this footage is so dark and shaky. I hate to say it, but people need to know what happened here, Thyanel. Duke's family deserves closure. Other people deserve to know what's out here. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Are you sure this is a good idea? Wait, hold on. Are you nuts? A man is dead, Stella! Yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. My phone should get reception once we're back at the main road. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Oh, I hate everything about this. I hate everything about this, I say as I take screenshots. Keep moving. You say nothing, continuing forward with grim determination. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Sounds like they stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, including a couple of texts of "Where are you?" and "Where the hell did you go?" And 13 text messages. Let's call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. Pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Esgena Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. Happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but... Hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? Guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See? Right there. Thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. Nope, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods, but whatever they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. Appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you, exactly? Oh, that's Thyanel. They came into town today for the funeral? Thyanel? As in... Tabitha's cousin. Yeah. Damn, didn't think he'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. There's a naked maniac on the loose. It's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. I'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bully nights. He probably won't be, no. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. We have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. Afraid I'm gonna have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay. Thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches her behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Gretchen is the best. I'm just saying, the animals are the best. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. I guess we just saw a man die. I don't know. Remain silent. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you before it slips back into the darkness. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. Frou Frou and I are fighting right now. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have all this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was, Thyanel. Sure, you're in town for the funeral. Good. Don't you go leaving before then. Imagine wanting to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gritchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are. Back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great. I'm more worried about you. Can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect even after we showed them all of that footage. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I. Although I have little understanding of how police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. Library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have, and never came across anything like this. There is somebody in town who might have useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. She really doesn't! I am torn because on the one hand, I'm curious, but at the same time, Tabitha was calling me. I feel like I should go back. But, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion. Yeah, that's a little concerning, honestly. I hope she's still awake. Something foul creeping up behind us. I know. Jesus! You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. The fuck? Sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? Who's this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Thyanel. Is it okay if we come in? Of course. You're in luck. I just put in water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you could call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. Oh, Gretchen, you're adorable. It's nice to finally meet you, Thyanel. So sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. She's been sorely missed in the holler. Now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Making sure to save right now. You let me know if there's anything you need while we're in town. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. How did you know that my mom died? Oh, Perlan was a chatty woman. Not much went on I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. Knew her? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. I never met Perlan. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. That's fair, child. It seemed like the right thing to do. We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card out from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Oh. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest? Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. And no need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? You'd better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. Gretchen is adorable. I love her. Also, I approve of Kanika with a Sailor Moon shirt. I'm just saying. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Hi, I'm Thyanel. Also, yes, bestest potato. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room is a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Thyanel and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anybody told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. More serious than a man's death? Those creatures are terrifying, but give Duke some respect. Tremendously more serious than a man's death. These things... My grandmother called them ditchlings. They're a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Thyanel with this Talipo crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead! An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. Jesus, Mom, they've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? Must be part of their life cycle. I looked at that chicken up close. It looked like some sort of parasitic growth, like when a wasp lays eggs in a caterpillar. That seems plausible. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there. Not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late. I should let Thyanel get some rest. I ran them ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Hi folks, thank you for the raid! How are y'all doing? How was your stream? Unfortunately, we're not going to be on that much longer. We're wrapping up a chapter. But how are you all doing? Indeed. Folks, Fairskill here is actually part of the Halloween Indie Games Showcase with us. Also on Team Ghoul, the best team. By the way, if you're not following them yet, totally should go do the thing. I say pointing this way, as if that's where chat is. Y'all should totally go follow them. Because awesome individual. How was your stream? What did y'all get up to? We're just winding down a chapter of Scarlet Hollow right now. I don't think it goes on for much longer past this, but I don't know. We basically got terrified by creepy things in a woods. So that's been fun. This is September 7th and summer of 58. Needed to change my pants 5 times. Oh dear. I have never played either of those things. Let's see. Let's keep going with this, though. Let's see. What do we have? Yeah. I am ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you, though. You made that sound so morbid. That sounds awful, even though that's true. Thanks for the help, Sybil. And it was nice to meet you, Kanika. Sorry it had to be under such weird circumstances. Hopefully the next time we meet will be a little less terrifying. We should all hang out this week, Kanika. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. Thank you all for the follows. Much appreciated. Could really use it, but for now, thank you both so much for everything. Let me get you some of my housemate peppermint tea to go. Really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Thyanel. Out we go. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there. Both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. Welcome to stay the night if you want. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up that mountain alone? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. See you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Thyanel. I love Gretchen so much. This dog is the best potato. I love them. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Almost home. I swear as I'm going back up here, I am surveying every single piece of this forest just to see if I see faces in them. Fortunately, nothing. But I don't trust it. You've made it. Your salvation is in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. You raise your arm. The door swings open. Whew. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. Hi, Tabby. So you met Stella then. And she's gotten you all worked up. Ugh, that explains everything. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, you don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I'd love to just hang out for a little while, cool down a bit. No, I am not going to hang out with you. It is late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best to just turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Call her. You pull out your phone and you call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back all right? Yeah. How are you? Are you okay? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. The chances of that happening are slim to none, I am pretty sure. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry things will only get worse. We're also saving right here, just to be safe. And that's the end of Chapter 1. Oh, I love this. I love that we get this here. Hello, Confetti Noodles. How are you? Also, thank you to whoever that was for the follow. Thank you all for folks who have followed since we started. We're going to watch the little atmospheric thing play. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow, folks. Oh, who are you? I have not met you yet. Is that blood on the floor over there? Alpacas? Or why are there eyes in that hole? Okay, that's the mine. How much you want to bet we're gonna go there at some point? I'm a little scared to do that, to be honest. This is the Scarlet Estate. I recognize this art. Why are there locks on that door? Why are there so many locks on that door? Why are there so many locks on that door, y'all? I am concerned. I am concerned. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. And we will pick up with that next time